Good evening, everybody. 6:05. Welcome, our huge group tonight. This is the November 29th, 2022 special meeting of the Rensselaer County Legislature. It's now called to order. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Mr. Bendet? Here. Mr. Casal? Here. Mr. Choquette? Here. Ms. Doran? Present. Mr. Fiacco? Here. Mr. Fleming? Here. Mr. Grant? Present. Mr. Grimm? Here. Mr. Harrington? Present. Mr. Loveridge? Here. Mr. Maloney? Ms. Nichols? Here. Mr. Patiri? Here. Mr. Stahl? Here. Ms. Weaver? Here. Mr. Wysocki? Here. Mr. Zalewski? Here. Chairwoman Hoffman?
Here.
There are 18 present and 1 absent.
Invocation, Mr. Grant.
Lord, we lift up our finances to you. Thank you for your provision and for the income that we have. May you bring balance to our budget and show us how to be good stewards of all that you give to us. Amen.
Amen. Pledge of Allegiance, Mr. Grimm. To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Mr. Harrington.
Madam Chair, I move that we dispense with the reading of the minutes of the regular meeting of November 9th, 2022, and approve the minutes as printed.
You have a second? All in favor? Aye. Okay, we'll get to the meeting agenda. Presentation of petitions.
On file?
Presentation of communications.
On file?
Reports of commissions.
On file?
Departmental reports.
On file?
Reports of standing committees.
On file?
Local laws.
There are none tonight.
Index of resolutions.
I'd like to first read the notice into the record.
Okay.
Please take notice that pursuant to Rule Number 1C of the Rules of the Rensselaer County Legislature, I hereby call a special meeting of the Rensselaer County Legislature to be held on November 29, 2022 at 6 p.m. in the legislative chambers of the Rensselaer County Office Building, 1600 7th Ave. The purpose of this meeting is to act upon a resolution to adopt the budget of the County of Rensselaer for the fiscal year beginning on January 1st, 2023, and any other legislation filed in accordance with Rule 16C of the Rules of the Rensselaer County Legislature. Please notify all members of this special meeting under the provision of this rule.
Affidavit of publication to be kept on record?
Correct.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. G, 45922.
G 45922, resolution to adopt a budget for the County of Rensselaer for the fiscal year beginning on January 1st, 2023, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman. This is a roll call vote. Mr. Bailey?
Yes.
Mr. Bendet?
Yes.
Mr. Casal?
Yes.
Mr. Choquette?
Yes.
Ms. Doran?
Madam Chairwoman, may I explain my?
Yes.
It's difficult for me to stand here and say I can support a budget that has less than a 0% increase. And I thank all the folks in our group here who have been working so hard, the budget director and the county chair persons. And we certainly know that a budget that does not increase will improve the lives of many people in this county. But I stand here as a representative of District 1, the city of Troy, with a population of a third of the county. And as you know, part of the condition of supporting this budget, especially after Reimagine Rensselaer was enacted in a partisan manner, was that we be provided in this minority office with another legislative assistant to aid us in doing our job in representing the people of Troy. We don't have an office on 99 Troy Road, as you know, and we're going to maintain one here for our constituents. And that has not been in this budget. Our legislative assistant cannot do the job that she should.
Okay.
Mr. Fiacco?
Aye.
Mr. Fleming?
Yes.
Mr. Grant?
Aye.
Mr. Grimm?
Madam Chairman, may
Yes.
I'd like to reiterate what Ms. Warren just said, but, you know, also, we have met, met with you about the council, we reinstated their budget lines for this, the legislative assistant we had asked for, the addendum, and we haven't got any response to that. And, you know, these are tax-funded positions that are in the budget. Troy, I paying for these positions, and they're not filled. When we come to the end of the year and this is rolled over into what, in many cases, it can be thought of as slush fund that is used to preserve the GDP. Certainly, again, neglecting Troy in the process. So, because of these reasons, and because of the reasons that Mrs. Dorn just stated, I'm gonna vote no.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mr. Harrington?
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Harrington?
Yeah, the only comment I have, Madam Chair, having, we have, the only real requirement is that we have the clerk have an office here in Troy. There's no requirement for us to have anyone else. It's a legislature office, so if anybody has any business to do with the legislature, they go to the clerk's office, which will be fully staffed, will be staffed all week, right? We understand.
Yes.
A full-time job for somebody here, for the representative legislature. I mean, I would say that, I mean, the majority's not gonna have an office here, as a majority or a minority of the legislature clerk's office here. I mean, my feeling is that the minority feels they should have an office here, they can have their office here. Don't represent the district, you can stay here, go to the full-time meeting down there, there's no requirement that you have an office down there to make it a decision. So, I don't understand why you would be accepting an office. I'm in favor of the budget, I'm really interested.
Thank you.
Mrs. Chairman, if I may respond to Mr. Harrington's statement. In reimagining Rensselaer, when we met, there was great concern that we were moving our offices out of the county seat here, Troy Led Vector, a community that has the greatest number of people without transportation. We learned that in our studies of doing the voting. And when we met with the executive office, we had mentioned that, and we were told that we could have an office here to resolve that problem or that concern. And certainly an office here without a staff member is not going to serve the people of Troy at all. And it is also, again, we are budgeting these positions. They are unfilled, and the taxpayers are paying for these positions. But then that money goes to something different than what we're telling them by voting for this budget.
Where have those salaries gone?
The salaries get rolled over at the end of the year. We have unfilled positions in the legislative board.
So,
For
we
both
have,
for both council and
yes,
legislative.
and we actually have unfilled positions throughout the county. So, we have unfilled positions at the highway department. We have unfilled positions at the manor. Are you saying that we should exhaust the budget and get rid of those positions and basically tie our hands to be able to do anything in the future if we need to fill those positions?
Well, not at all. I'm not saying that at all. And thank you for supporting what I'm saying, actually, is that these positions should be filled. We should work to fill these positions if the taxpayers were telling you that these positions exist and you're going to pay for these positions. So therefore, we're taxing the residents for these jobs that are not filled. So yes, all of these vacancies should be filled. To be an operating county at the level that we say in our budget that we are, we should fill these positions. So yes, and you know, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Thank you. Can we continue with the vote, please?
Mr. Loveridge,
Yes, I vote yes.
Mr. Maloney is absent. Ms. Nichols?
Yes.
I intend to support the budget and vote yes, but I also want to echo, the sentiments of my colleagues and to ask for the goodwill of the body that these positions that are already in the budget, that are already provided for, that the taxpayers are already going to be paying for, that we be allowed to fill them so that we can continue to do our good work on behalf of our constituents. That doesn't change the tax burden, it doesn't change the budget at all, it just allows us to do more effective and efficient work.
Thank you. No, we'll do that after the vote, okay?
Mr. Patiri? Mr. Stahl? Ms. Weaver?
Yes.
Mr. Wysocki? Mr. Zaluski? Chairwoman Hoffman?
Yes, if I could explain my vote. So I'm voting for the budget. I appreciate the work that Stacy and folks, the county executive and his team have put into this. Stacy, I know this is your last budget, so congratulations on the hard work that you put into this. We appreciate it very much. I would like to say that, you know, the clerk's position and the clerk's office is a statutory requirement that we have to have in the city of Troy. And that will remain here in Troy, and it will be staffed. We provided two locations and worked with the county executives team to be able to accommodate the request for our legislators in Troy to be able to have and maintain an office here in Troy. So with the logic that you said, you know, do we try to then open up an office for the folks, our legislators who work in Hoosick? I think there's opportunities now between, you know, technology and other things that, especially when we've just gone through COVID, that we've seen people are working from home, people are working remote, people are working at different locations, and certainly would like to be able to ensure that the folks in Troy are represented. And, you know, one of the things that we had talked about was if your clerk is working in the East Greenbush office, we're going to be here. We're going to have somebody here on a full-time basis, and would certainly be able to work with you on that to help ensure if people were coming to see you and she wasn't in the office, because I'm assuming she's going to be in East Greenbush at some times as well. So we would offer to be able to help you with that if we could. I think it's unfortunate that we have legislators who would vote down a decrease for the taxpayers because they didn't get a staff member. As you know, the budget is a fluid working document. We spoke yesterday about some issues that we're having with some other positions within the county that we would like to address. We want to make sure we do our due diligence to identify salary ranges for some of those positions that we're finding difficult to fill. And certainly have never closed off the thought about being able to work with you on this. You know, like I said, this is a working budget. There's opportunities for us to talk about this once the offices get open and running. This is going to be new for all of us to be able to have offices here and offices in East Greenbush. So we're not cutting off that dialogue with you at all. We don't want you to have difficulties staffing your office. We want to be able to help you. But I just think it's unfortunate that you're voting down a budget because you didn't get a position. That's my point.
Madam Chairman.
So with that, I'm voting yes.
Madam Chairman, if I may respond. You misunderstood me. I did not say I'm voting against this budget because we are not getting staff. The core reason here is that we do not have staff, but we have the budgeted staff. taxpayers are paying for those positions. We're not utilizing those positions. So what we're doing is we're misrepresenting the positions to the taxpayers. We're paying for these positions, it's written in this book. If a citizen wants to come and find out where the money is being spent, they look in the budget and they say, oh, there are all these positions. They aren't filled. They're unfilled, and they have been for years. And the reason they're unfilled is because it was a punitive action that they were taken away from the minority office several years back. Because
I don't know anything about that, Mr. Grimm. And I gotta tell you, for it to be said that those positions are a slush fund for the GOP is insulting. It just is. We haven't filled those positions. That's not to say that things will be funded for a position. Who knows, it may be funded for a position for your office. But we can't cut the positions down to zero. Just like we can't do that throughout the rest of the departments in the county.
No, but we certainly do not have to make it habitual that we do not fill these year after year after year. And then turn that money over into what is a slush fund. And if you're offended by my identifying.
Because I don't think it's called, I don't think it's a slush fund. It's, it's not.
Well, it's a matter of semantics then.
It
We're
could,
not gonna argue
yes,
that.
correct.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Vote been concluded, Madam Clerk?
The vote is 16-2.
Vote is concluded.
Okay, budget passes.
Budget passes.
So congratulations, Stacy and team, and to the county executive. Okay, we'll move on to G for 6022.
G 46022, resolution for appropriations to conduct Rensselaer County government for fiscal year beginning on January 1st, 2023, introduced by Chairwoman Hoffman. This isn't a roll call.
It's not a roll call?
It's not.
Okay, sorry. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
18 ayes.
So moved. Legislative privilege? Motion to adjourn. Second? All in favor? Aye. Thank you.